Alright, what's up everybody? Boy Ryan, I'm your Nootropics Information Wizard. Thanks so much for being with me. Check us out on the web at livecortex.com, at livecortex.com/blog. Look, big blog for Nootropics Information. So much robust, detailed nootropics stuff there. It's like an encyclopedia for nootropics. 4 powerful products support this broadcast. They're nootropic and biohacking products. Here they are.
Elite level nootropic
All right, number one,
products.
we've got a stack. It is called Cortex. Look, to put it simply, if you just want a stack that works, you don't have to think about it. You just take 2 capsules and your brain turns on something crazy. You got to buy a bottle of Cortex. Right now, if you use the coupon code 5, F-I-V-E, you can get a bottle of what's being called the only pre-made stack that works for $28. Just pull the trigger. If you think about pulling the trigger, you got to do it. You're going to love Cortex. Strong stack. If you need my help personally, we have a consulting service on nootropics. Buy that at livecortex.com. It's a 40-minute call with me. Basically, we just help people figure out stacks that really turn their brain on. If you're new to nootropics, you got to buy Smarter, Better, Faster. I mean, that teaches you everything, gives you some of my favorite stacks, shows you how to cycle, answers all your questions. And if you have gut-related issues, SIBO, GERD, LPR, we can help you fix them. We got a consulting service on that. Really, that's about getting your quality of life back and fixing the problem. Okay. So I guess the primary topic, the overview is this. We all know that some people don't respond to stimulant like nootropics. I mean, I know people that will take modafinil and like really not get a whole lot, but they'll be up at night. It'll make them lose sleep, but they won't get the productivity or the extra brain performance. It just kind of stimulates their nervous system to a degree where there aren't noticeable nootropic benefits, but like they can't go to sleep at night, and that's a terrible situation. The same is true with other stimulant like racetams. It's like powerful nootropic compounds that most people respond to. There's some people that don't respond to them. Now that's for a variety of reasons. With cholinergics, you want to add a B vitamin and magnesium and calcium if you can with that stat with any cholinergic if it's not working. That's like the primary first step. Secondly, obviously you got to figure out, is there something else that's causing my brain fog that nootropics just can't help? Because my brain is like downshifting and not able to produce or optimize the neurotransmitters the nootropic is working on because I have this underlying health issue. Totally possible. I see it all the time. But in addition to that, I guess besides those two, there do seem to be cases sometimes where the stimulant like racetams, all the cholinergic compounds, all the dopaminergic compounds, the wakefulness promoting agents, they don't really work all that well for people. And what allows them to feel good and focus is like all the balancers, all the tranquility nootropics. Those like tend to be good. And for those people's brains, they just need things to slow down just a little bit. And for serotonin particularly to function correctly, for the rest of their brain to function correctly. And then they actually get good performance out of it and a nootropic-like benefit. So I'm working with somebody who, is similar to this. We're just like, he didn't respond to a whole lot of stuff. This is in our consulting gig. And, like modafinil, tyrosine, is like all the strong stuff he didn't really respond to, but he got this pre-made stack called the Happy Pill, and he said that it works for him. It makes him feel good, makes him feel focused, and I just want to read the ingredients to give you an example of exactly what I'm talking about here. So there's vitamin D in here, there's thiamine, niacin, B6, folic acid, B12, and selenium. Those are basically the major B vitamins, and then there's selenium, which helps you to produce thyroid hormone. But I think what's most significant about this stack is the Johns Wort. Okay, so there's Johns Wort in it. There's caffeine in it. Okay, so like stimulant for most people. There's 5-HTP in it. There's NALT in it, N-acetyl L-tyrosine. There's SAMe in it, and then there's huperzine A in it. Okay, but what I think is particularly important here is 2 things. Johns Wort is a serotonin reuptake inhibitor. It's kind of mild, but that's the mechanism. It's also a dopamine and norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor. So it basically is like huperzine A is to acetylcholine, like Johns Wort is to dopamine and norepinephrine and serotonin. And for this particular person, and for a lot of people, they're just going to respond better to these kind of things based on the state of their brain at the time. And normally it's like they took Adderall for too many years and they messed dopaminergic signaling up or whatever. They just need serotonin to function correctly for their brains to function well. It's totally possible. There's huperzine A in here, and so that is an acetylcholine esterase inhibitor. So it basically just makes a bunch of extra acetylcholine. It allows you to essentially stop recycling it and storing it away, and it just kind of keeps acetylcholine to accumulate in your brain. So that's one thing. But I mean, look, I don't know the quantity of St. Johns Wort 5-HTP in here. You know, it's 502 milligrams of a blend total with St. Johns Wort, caffeine, 5-HTP, malt, SAMe, and huperzine A. But I would absolutely wager that though the huperzine A is probably facilitating some focus and good functionality, St. Johns Wort and 5-HTP together is an awesome combination. It really is. And if you're improving, you know, dopamine, if you're improving inhibiting the uptake of dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine, and at the same time you're giving yourself more serotonin via the 5-HTP, that's a good stack for people. And for folks that don't respond to regular nootropics that are maybe too overstimulated or maybe something else is going on, a stack like this really works. I'm not promoting this stack. I have no idea who makes it. It's called the Happy Pill. I'm just saying, you know, a good example. I'm just trying to illustrate a good example of some people who don't respond to regular stuff. Stimulant like racetams, and they respond to stuff that modifies serotonin because of an underlying issue in their brain. And they get good focus and they can function really awesome, okay? So I hope that's been helpful. Ryan at livecortex.com if you have questions that you want me to answer on the web. I would love to. It gives us content to talk about all the time. And that's it. The Cortex stack, again, right now, if you use the coupon code 5, FIVE, you can get a bottle of Cortex for 28 bucks. It's one of those stacks you're just like an everything stack. You take it, you're like, my God, I am ready to work. Brain works awesomely. And you get productivity out of it. That's what it's really for. Take a couple capsules, crank out work, you know, get a notch on your to-do list, just get ahead of it and feel really awesome at the same time. If you need my help personally, buy our consulting service. That's a 40-minute call with me. We can help people with anything, any kind of brain fog issue or any kind of formulation of a stack that works well for them. That's what we do there. If you're new to nootropics, buy Smarter, Better, Faster, teaches you everything. And if you have gut-related issues, get the SIBO, GERD, and LPR consulting service. We can help a lot of folks. We have so far, and it's really kind of awesome. I figured that whole thing out because I had methane-dominant SIBO, and it really ruined my quality of life until I fixed it, and now we offer consulting service on that, okay? So get all those good products at livecortex.com. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.